because it's rainy, overcast, and no sun today, it's like pretty dark out. And I'm actually running late, or I should say I'm later than I usually am for leaving. And it's kind of weird. I was just realizing, like, oh yeah, if I did this, if I was going to be doing this this winter, these will be night videos. I got a few projects that I want to try to get off the ground. Quta. I was thinking about getting clothes for Quta. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go get some, and we'll do like a, what's Quta wearing. Especially once these commuting videos end. I am now currently actively looking for a job outside of my current one. The moment I put in the 2 weeks, I'm going to reveal. I'm going to just talk about everything. It's not even. I'm not even like going to even like say like, oh, I might do a reveal. No, I'm just going to talk about everything. It's not going to matter. There won't be any ramifications. They can't come back at me. The only reason that I don't do it like now is because I might get stuck. I've done a shot across the bow. I told them my intentions. I believe they taking it, well, the immediate management, the ones closest to me, the ones I have contact with, I know they've taken this extremely seriously, and they know exactly what the result's going to be. They are doing their best to try to stave it off, but there's nothing they can do. They have appealed to the higher management, the ones that actually have the control over it, the ones that are actually making my life more difficult, the ones that have been, stifling me and holding back the the payment that they owe me for lost wages. Yeah, those people, I don't think they give a shit. But we'll see. We'll see if they actually care. Like I said, I put the shot across the bow. I did say that, I am actively seeking employment elsewhere. They might get calls understanding. And maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing that like there's only 82 people watching or subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that makes me, that's comfort. I mean, I could definitely handle a lot more, but I never want people to become one of the numbers, part of my numbers. And the sad thing about it is, when I got started and I was thinking that these things were going to happen automatically, and you know, just keep putting in the hard work, and you know, it'll all finally come to fruition. I was growing exponentially, you know, faster than I thought I could grow. That doesn't include friends and family. I thought this is how it is. This is how the growth goes. I was doubling my numbers like almost daily. Really difficult to understand. Like when 5 people join at once, that's like, you know, and I only have like, you know, 10 people. You know, that's exponential growth. Not gonna happen within 5 minutes. And it did happen. I really thought that I was after my birthday, I really thought I was hitting. I thought I was reaching into a market. I was just tapping it in. I was just turning on the tap, and the water started trickling out. And that the more I turn that knob, the more I keep going, the more water was going to come out. And the truth of the matter is that it just never got past a trickle. I open up the floodgates, yeah, doing subathons and everything like that. I didn't do subathons originally. And I blamed Twitch for it. I really did. I blamed Twitch for it all. Maybe subconsciously, when I went over to Twitch, that I had every intention to blame Twitch for the reason that I failed. I mean, it literally was like I could have predicted my rise and fall on Twitch. I could have literally predicted. I could have actually said, this is how this arc's going to go. And I will end this all within my year. It's the reason why I set myself up to debut at my year anniversary. It's the reason why, you know, because I wanted to stifle it. There's no question about that. I wanted to be in Twitch's way. I wanted to do streams the way I wanted to do them. I wanted to be a fucking adult, and that was freaking pissing me off that like their terms of services are not for adults. Even though you have a mature site, even though you have this, it's not for adults. Subject matter can be put in question. And what I hate is the fact that people read into the terms of services, and they make shit up because they think that they're going to violate the terms of services. Or worse, Twitch makes up their own freaking terms of services and says that it's a violation of the terms of services. It drives me freaking insane. Yes, you gotta read it. Yes, it has to happen. Yes, there are things in there that, like, it's contradicts itself. And, you know, if you go through and you follow everything that it says, you won't be streaming. And it does make clear that your content is not yours. Your content belongs to Twitch. They have exclusive rights to do whatever they want with your content for 24 hours. And that's even before affiliate. That's all content. The problem is they're quote unquote not paying you when you're not an affiliate. So those terms of services mean nothing. You can violate that the content rule, because without an exchange, what's known as an exchange of goods, without an official contract, that idea that whatever you post on Twitch is Twitch's content doesn't apply. It's fair use. Now you can't earn money using Twitch. It's kind of really bizarre. You can't earn money using Twitch, even though if it is your content, because you've already given up the rights to Twitch. But if you want to try to make money elsewhere off of Twitch, you can. At that point, I'm an affiliate now. I can't do anything, and Twitch has the exclusive rights to my video for 24 hours. I don't know why they have an export button that allows me to export as soon as my video is done. I can export right here to YouTube. As soon as I finish streaming, I can export to YouTube. Which I think I forgot to do yesterday. That's okay. We can always move it over later. 24 hours is 24 hours. But that is exactly what's happening. So I set myself up. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Did the I can say whatever I want routine. I can do all these things. I am one, for mature audiences, and two, my content itself doesn't violate the terms of services. I am allowed some swears, and I'm allowed to talk about mature subjects. Even if I talk about them in an immature way, I'm allowed to talk about mature subjects. Same here on YouTube. I have some ability to curse. I do drop the F-bomb every now and again. I say lots of different curses, all of them. I have no problem cursing. But I could never be family friendly because of it. But I do talk about mature subjects. Do talk about things that, 5-year-olds probably shouldn't be listening to. I talk about sex. I talk about drug use. I talk about abuse itself. I talk about money. I don't know why people don't want their kids to know about money, but I talk about this. I talk about my earnings. I'm a complete and total open book in that respect. But because of that, I can't be for children. I have to let the parents and the adults in the room decide what they shall allow their children to see or not see. In turn, frees me up so I can curse and I can just speak my mind. I didn't expect Twitch to come down on me for just speaking my mind. I mean, I don't think I'm racist, but if I were, and I did some of the hate speech and stuff like that racists do, I think I should be protected. It doesn't really violate the terms of services until I'm attacking people. Overall philosophies, however flawed they are, I know it's a tough pill to swallow, and this is what got me in trouble on Twitch. Is that type of talk. That the monsters deserve an equal share and an equal stake. The monsters can fly the flags that they want to fly. And I say that not because I want them to fly it. I don't. I say these things because I want other people who are flying like the rainbow flag or empowerment flags and things that rise up, revolutionary flags, revolutionary thinking, people who want to make big changes in their lives and our lives. But I want them to be able to have that freedom as well, without it being restricted. I want women to be able to choose what's right for their bodies, even if I disagree with it. Even if I disagree with it. Even if I think they're making the wrong choice. Imagine that. Still allowing somebody to be free. Even if I disagree with them. And whatever a woman wants to do with her body, it doesn't matter whether I agree or disagree. She should have the right to do it. Owning guns, owning rapid fire automatic weapons, assault weapons, and everything like that. If it's not harming anybody, I see nothing wrong with people possessing these things. I know it sounds crazy to talk like that, but I've seen no problem. I don't think that they should hide it. I don't think that it should be a big secret. I think that they should have responsibility, and not because it's a dangerous weapon. But if they like to go to the firing range and just basically blast away at a freaking haystack freaking target, I have no problem with that. They like it because it goes boom all the time, and big booms going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't care. That's what they like. They should have that. But if they're harming people, if they're threatening people, if somebody takes that from them and uses it to commit a crime, how responsible are they? The irresponsible ones, we got it. It's like, there's a reason why I have a driver's license. There's a reason I drive a car the way I do. There's a reason I pay for insurance. All that should exist with owning a gun. All of it. Guns should be registered. I agree with the right on the fact that, like, the type of gun doesn't matter, but the registration, I see them comparing it to driving all the time. They're like, cars kill people all the time. They do, but cars are regulated. Irresponsible people do drive cars, and the good news about it is there's a whole system in place to try to remove the irresponsible people off the road, so they can't drive cars anymore without interfering with the people who are responsible. People drive unregistered, all that stuff exists. But I think the whole driving thing, there's a reason for it. It's an inconvenience, but it serves a purpose. It's not a freaking free-for-all. A car is a dangerous weapon. A car can be used as a dangerous weapon. People need to be responsible. I think cars have more use than guns, but that's my opinion. And again, my opinion doesn't matter. It's like, why would you fight this? Why would you fight that? If you're a responsible gun owner, this should be just part of being a responsible gun owner. You already pay out a lot of money, to have that weapon, to keep that weapon. If you're a responsible gun owner, this should be normal. Hunters go through a whole shitload of shit just to kill an animal. I see nothing wrong with, the exact same thing that, they give to hunters, just applying to everybody. And because the people don't normally hunt with their weapon, they're probably going to pay less. They're going to have more restrictions on where to hold it, where to have it. I think anybody who owns a gun should understand how their gun works. They should have at least fired it once. They should use it. They should do target practice, and they should really get to know how this thing get it out and actually use it for protection. Otherwise, it's going to be just used against you. I like firing guns. I do. I'm a big believer in the Second Amendment, but I don't even think it applies. I don't think that this is an infringement on your right to bear arms. You are your own, a person is their own infringement on their right to bear arms. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I know it wasn't about friggin' the Second Amendment. But yeah, you know. I got lost in the sauce. Let's try to get back on track. I don't know. I think it was like 60 people. Yeah, there was about 60 people who followed and unfollowed me. Me, I followed them back and they unfollowed me. About 60. And I know for some people that, you know, this is on Twitter. If 60 people did that to me here on YouTube, it literally would devastate my account. So all of a sudden get home and have 22 people subscribe to me, it would be devastating. Even Twitch, it would be over a third of the people. Less than half the people following me, it would be like just gone in a moment. And so I totally understand like what 60 people would normally look like. Even 10 years ago on Twitter, if I lost 60 people like that, which I think I have. I was at 800 at one point, and I dropped down to 300, but it was gradual. losing 60 people in a day is not that big of a deal. I don't know how many of them were bots. I don't know how many of them were active or not active. I do know that a lot of them had I will follow you back tags. And I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. I used to follow a lot of people because of raffles and things like that. But you know what? I don't care about their raffle. And I realized that I missed a few raffles with my mutuals. I missed a few raffles with my mutuals because of these other raffles that were going on. And I'd rather do those raffles. Those raffles are more important. Those raffles actually matter. I had one raffle that's been going on for over a month. And I just looked at when it was going to go, when it was finally going to be a raffle. The raffle was going to happen, and it was like the middle of September. I'm like, you've already had this raffle going on a month. I don't even have it on my timeline of retweets anymore. I was like, I don't care. I don't care what the prize is. I do those things to show support for artists, and I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. I don't win them. Well, here I say I don't win them. I did win one, and I have won 2 game keys. That is bizarre. Yesterday I arrived pretty much on time. The parking lot was freaking jam-packed full. Today it is empty. Like something's going on. I'm going to talk for a couple minutes and then we'll go in. I don't know. The whole mutual thing, I'm still burned by it. It burned me bad. And it's partly because I thought I had a really good rapport with the streamer. I mean, this isn't somebody big. This isn't somebody like Iron Mouse or something like that. Where the sad thing about it is, like, I have very similar. You know, they responded to my post and tweets, and they showed off my work, and they, complimented me, and we laughed and we joked, and I was part of it. So I don't know why I made it seem like this was something different. I spent more time there, if that's what it means. But when I was told that we are not We are not mutuals, and they have no intention of becoming my mutual. And I was just like, oh, did you not realize we weren't following you? Did you not realize that, this? I mean, and, your value to, this, I think that's what hurts the most. They attributed my value as how much money, financially, I was supporting them. And I hate to say it at the time, and with most, my support is zero. I did say that I would, support them in lieu of merchandise, and I did buy that said merchandise. But that is the end of my support. And I was already out the door when I bought the merchandise, so I was not even looking. I think it's because it was like, I have to admit, it was pretty devastating, because I wanted them part of my community so bad. I thought that I added value to their community, and they were going to add value to my community, and it was going to be a mutual. That's why I'm calling them my mutual. It was going to be a mutual exchange, and I was accused of clout chasing, whatever that is. I was basically, they felt like I was trying to use them, and they did not agree that I added the value that I thought I did. Because of that, and other circumstances, a person who was my mutual, and we did have a rapport and where we're going and stuff like that. But I have to admit, I had never seen them in my stream. I had never seen them participate or be a mutual. So they were like literally just a mutual in name only. A minnow. Minnow? And because of what happened with me and the other streamer, and the suspension and my pretty piss poor reaction to it all, they decided that we were no longer mutuals. Which is fine. I miss them. Miss both of them. And contributing to content to some people does not equal benefit. Only financial gain, only financial, and the truth of the matter is, I don't want those people in my life. And as great of a streamer as they are, as awesome of a person as they are, and creative and talented and everything like that, there's a reason that I was like wanting them to be a part of my my community, because of that. I thought that they could enrich. I thought I was enriching them, and the truth of the matter is that we weren't. of my suspension and my reaction to the community at large, including my own community, and communities that I was a part of, was horrendous. I own it. I cannot take it back. I can only apologize and strive to do better. And whatever happens, I only have a few people left. There's only a few people left that know me from the olden days. Like, I think that a lot of people don't realize, before I discovered Twitch, I had a group of people. I belong to groups. I support other people. I've been doing this for a very long time. Some people weren't even reading when I started doing this. When I put up 15 years in January for Twitter, when I do a celebratory 15 years, and you look at other people who are at like 15,000, 16,000, and I'm not at the 10,000 threshold. And people were like, how did you do that? And I'm like, going very fucking slowly. I said I wasn't going to stay here long. Here I am staying long. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, you're having a wonderful time doing it, and you're enjoying yourself, and things are going absolutely like gangbusters for you. I am going to do the usual. Please comment, say something, say hi. If you don't know what to say, you can always write cool beans in the comments below. I would love it. It's comments of this video. And since I do it for every commuting video, you can write a comment. You can just write cool beans. I mean, it just tells me that you've seen the ending. Doesn't mean you've actually seen the video. It means you've just seen the ending. You've seen this part of it. Most people will have to watch at least one video to see if I actually do this with every one of them, but I do. Not in the beginning, but probably about 100 of them. Either way. And as always, cool beans. Alright, take care.